How's it going, everyone? Panda here, and I decided for a little special video today, now that the E3 conferences has wrapped up. I thought I'd kind of give you my kind of rundown of what I thought about everything, and we're going to be going on chronological order of everything came out. And the first one to come out was EA, and they announced some big, some stuff on there. They announced Titanfall 2. I thought Titanfall original looked cool, and I was down for it, but Titanfall 2 looks a lot more cooler. And I'm glad it's multi-platform. I might check it out if my friends are raving about it, then I might pick it up. Then they showed off a new Mass Effect. I've never played a Mass Effect game, so I know some of them are really good. I know 3 is a little bit questionable, but I do need to play them, so I can't really say too much. When they start talking about FIFA and Madden, although that's cool that that FIFA's getting a story mode. Field 1, which I am interested in a lot. Although it's it's from what we've been seeing and all that, and there was a big gameplay thing on it. I'm down for it. It looks really cool. And they just announced a fuck ton of Star Wars game. They're doing a new Battlefront. I think Respawn's doing one, and this role, and it's great. I could lose more of my money. Seriously, Battlefront was one of my biggest wastes of money. Came up to the Bethesda one, and they came out and announced a new Quake, which I was like, yeah, I'm really down because it's Quake Champions. I was like, why? You should have seen the success of Doom, and I think they've had this in the works for a while now, and they probably didn't expect Doom to do so well on its just single player, and I know the multiplayer's been a bit questionable about it, so I'm a little bit worried about that. New DLC for the Fallout 4, Nuketown, and VR through it as well. That's cool. I'm down. I like Fallout. I prefer New Vegas, to be fair. Skyrim, which that's awesome that they're doing a special edition, doing new assets and everything. Looks like kind of like how the PC versions looked, and that they're going to be adding mod support to it, which is, I have to get it to that. I love that they're doing that. Announced new Prey. Never played the original Prey. That looks really cool. Looks like some Groundhog Day shit. So I'm down for that. Dishonored 2, they put a lot onto that, and I'm really glad because a lot of my friend keeps convincing me all the time I need to play Dishonored. It's a really solid game, and now that they, like I said, if you pre-order it, that you're going to get Dishonored 1, I'm fucking down. Then came up Microsoft's conference, which they brought out Gears of War 4. Gears of War 4, it hasn't really changed a lot. I wasn't it just felt Gears of War-y to me, so same color shooter. I don't know, I kind of lost interest in Gears of War after 2. 2 was kind of the gapping point for me, and then I played 3, and that was just when I was burnt out of brown shooters. After that as well, that they had Forza. It's fucking Forza, don't care. They had Recall. Not really too big on it. Final Fantasy 15, although that's going to be, obviously the PS4 as well. The demo that they did show, though, was rough. And, although I had a lot of, faith in this game, and I am going to be picking it up, even though, 13 was a fucking burning pile of trash. Killer Instinct, they announced General Ram from Gears of War is going to be a character. Fuck it, it's fine. Killer Instinct is a fantastic game. Then they had a bunch of indie games like Inside, We Happy Few looks really cool. They announced a Witcher 3 card game, Gwent, yay! Witcher 3's awesome and Gwent's awesome. Tekken 7, Tekken looks fucking fantastic. I love the story mode in that. Tekken 3, I put so many ridiculous hours on my Tekken 3, and really enjoyed Dark Resurrection, which was Tekken 5. Never got a chance to play Tekken 4, but I think I'm kind of glad that I did that, because everyone says that one was rough. Although, the one thing I will say about Tekken 7, which, something because I've been recently getting into Street Fighter 5, I don't really like any of the new characters. I think Kazumi looks kind of cool, she uses a tiger, but there's none of the real, characters out there that, won me over, when Jin was first announced in, Tekken 3, or, when Lily was out, or, some of those characters. I don't know, it's just, it didn't win me over, as much from there. Then, also as well, from what we got to see as well, we got Dead Rising 4, it's Dead Rising, I don't care. Scalebound, which is the one thing I was really, out of Platinum Games, I'm not too sure now after this trailer, I don't know, there's just something, it looked a little bit odd to me, to be fair, and it's the thing that I was really hoping for me to sell me a Xbox One, which, that was something that, they announced, which was the Project Scorpio, and the Xbox One S, which the Xbox One S is 40% smaller, and it has 4K, and it's it's $300 which would probably be about 200 odd over here. Something that would convince me to get one, that pricing. But then they just announced a Scorpio, which is just the Xbox 1.5, which is just it's being made so it can run VR, and it's going to have 6 teraflops, which is, a ridiculous amount. And then I think the last ones was Sea of Thieves. It just looks like Black Flag to me. It just looks like Assassin's Creed Black Flag with goofy graphics. I hated the shoutcasting that they were doing for it. It looked annoying. not for me, honestly. State of K2, never played it, and Halo Wars, 2, I've never been a big Halo fan. I played 3, Reach, a bit of ODST, and I played a bit of the Anniversary. Like, my friends always really tried to get me into Halo, and that was the problem. I didn't get an Xbox 360 till late, and I never had Live, so I never got super into Halo, so that was the thing about me. Then we can go to Ubisoft, which, I missed the first part of it, so, I mean, we can talk about Just Dance, who gives a fuck. Ghost Recon Wildlands, not too sure on. South Park, The Fractured Butthole, I never played The Stick of Truth, but I was laughing my ass off throughout that trailer. And if you pre-order that, I think you have to pre-order that from their site though, which is a little bit extra, I believe. You do get Stick of Truth, so I'm probably going to do that because I never got a chance to play Stick of Truth, and I believe that's now PS4 now. Division, don't care about this Division, it looks fucking bland to me. The VR thing that had me interested the most was like Star Trek and all that. It's like, that looked really cool. You're like the part of the bridge crew and stuff, and they had some of the actors from Star Trek down there. I would have they wouldn't have got Picard, but it's like, I would have loved that. But like the one that I want to talk about much is fucking For Honor. Oh, For Honor looks fucking sick. Like, I love that. I'm so down for the Vikings like that. Now you thought I was gonna be the weeaboo, I got a katana like that. Oh, I could do my bomb cut. No, it's all about the Vikings, man. Like, they are it looks really fun. I love the stand stuff now, and there was an actual story mode, which I was like, that's fucking took me by surprise. I thought it was just gonna be multiplayer only. Grow Up, never played Grow Home. Watch Dogs 2, one, and they announced a movie for Watch Dogs, which was like, why? And they're like, well, it did really well, it was successful. No, you tricked everyone, and people bought into your lies and bullshit, because people thought this was going to be the next, from what people saw, and I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be the next fucking, Grand Theft Auto, and I played 2 hours of it, and I was bored. I wasn't feeling it. And it was the same thing. It's same thing with Destiny. I bought a set of Destiny and I was like, yeah, I was like, I'm down for Ubisoft, For Honor, fucking metal as fuck, down for it. And the last one that we talk about is the Sony conference. And so first, God of War. Wow, God of War looks really different now. New camera perspective. Kratos is old. I really thought that was Horizon Zero Dawn at the start. That really took me by surprise. Seeing right now, Kratos has emotions. That was weird. It looks stunning. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Wow. And people saying oh, we need the Neo to go to the next generation. No, that's running on the OG PS4 right there, and that looks stunning. That looks amazing and immaculate right there. Then they showed Days Gone, which I thought was it was weird that they started off on 2 games I thought were completely different things. I thought that was The Last of Us 2 zombie game, until they showed the trailer bit at the end of gameplay. I wasn't too much interested in it and when I saw the fucking zombie count that you can have on screen, I was like, that's really cool, and it actually looks really interesting. So I mean, it's a zombie game, but I'm kind of burnt out on them, but I'd give it a shot. The Last Guardian, finally having a release date coming out this October. I'm down for that. Last Guardian, that's all I want to see about now. It's already on the pre-order list, already down there. Then came actual Horizon Zero Dawn, which the chick there actually was fighting a Metal Gear Ray at one point. It looks great as well. I love the monster mecha designs. I think it looks great. Definitely checking that when it comes out. David Cage with Detroit. Yep, I played Heavy Rain, and I've seen Let's Plays of Beyond Two Souls and Indigo Prophecy, and it looks clown cheese bullshit. I'm glad that he isn't he's got some writers and some other people kind of here to control it. Every David Cage game, the trailers look interesting. Have to see it when it comes out, but I've never been too much into those games. Then Resident Evil 7, something that caught me really off guard. I was not expecting Resident Evil to show up at all, nor the format. I played a demo of it as well, which, that isn't going to be appearing in the original game, but, coming into that, I was like, wow, this is a really bold step for Resident Evil after, I played, every single one apart from 6. I love 1, I played the original 1 remake. It's a fucking, it's a gorgeous, it's amazing. Fucking recommend that. I played 0, I played 2, I played 3, 4 is of course, because it's fucking amazing. 5 is pretty much 4 and the same, that, and, near the majority of the Resident Evils are really good, apart from, I say, the exception 3, it just feels 2 in a little bit, with a little bit extra. I know I still really enjoy 3 a lot, and 5 is just more 4, and then, I've heard the rumors about 6, but, I still had to play it myself. real, shocking. And then they showed a bunch of VR. Like, one VR game came into there. And then they had the Battlefront. I like the X-Wing thing. It looked really cool. I wish that was in the fucking base game, though. Fuck's sake. I wish we had space battles in, I don't know, Star Wars coming into it. And then they had a, after the Batman one, they had a Final Fantasy one, which was like, what? So you get to play as Prompto. Alright. Then Call of Duty showed up, which I was like, hey. I actually didn't know. I thought it was Titanfall, so like a big second throw. And I was like, okay. And I didn't care. Like, it's still, even though that, like, some of the stuff looked kind of interesting, I'm like, no. I'm done with Call of Duty apart from Modern Warfare Remaster, and once they sell that separately, that's when I'm getting it. I don't care. Like, that's just plain and simple about that. Like that, and, this game is going to flop from the pre-order numbers, and that's what they should expect. And then the one that took me even more by surprise, Crash Bandicoot, my childhood. So Crash came back. In a way. Crash 1, Crash 2, Crash 3, all being remade, remastered from the ground up. I love Crash 3. I could oogle about Crash 3 for hours. I'm not going to do that though, because Crash 3 is one of my favorites. Crash 1 is my first, one of my first ever video games. Like, it's my first ever PlayStation 1 game I played, and it's great. Nothing much. I mean, he's in that in the Spyro thing as well, like Skylanders, which I wish Spyro had his own, original game again. Lego Star Wars, Lego. Kojima coming like a fucking pimp like that, announcing his Death Stranding with some end of Evangelion shit at the end of that. Like, that was nuts. Oh, I really want to see what this game becomes. Like, as much as like the issues with Metal Gear Solid 5, and I mean, like, I could gush about, like Snake Eater, fucking masterpiece, Metal Gear 1, classic, Metal Gear 2. Took me a while to like, actually, that one. Like, I didn't like it on my first run, and I really enjoyed Metal Gear Solid 4, even though it was mainly a movie for the most part. Metal Gear Solid 5, I mean, gameplay, no one's going to talk about, like, any bad about it, and, there's a little sprinkles of story here and there, and obviously it wasn't fully finished, but it's like, regardless of what, yeah, like, Death Stranding and a Spider-Man PS4 game. So, like, coming into all of that, like, I think Sony was the better conference, just because they went, trailer. Guy comes out, talks about VR. Trailer. Bring out Kojima. Kojima fucking makes everyone sploosh and come over the floor. Trailer. Yeah, and showing some gameplay, of what we've seen. And they just did everything on. I wish I saw like some more kind of like other games on there. I heard the rumors about Devil May Cry 5, and that hurt my soul when that wasn't there, because another game I could gush out about is Devil May Cry 3. Going in the order, I honestly think that I enjoyed. I think, like, obviously Sony, because I like the whole just showing games. I love the orchestra. Microsoft was got a lot of going on about, yeah, we can play, put our games now on Windows 10, you can play anywhere, kind of anywhere. But it's like, there's not a lot of these games, and you have to buy these certain games that have this play anywhere, and every single game that they're shown is like, apart from Scalebound, like that, it's like, there's nothing really, like, I care about, and I don't like Windows 10, like, coming from it. Like, honestly, so I'd go Sony first, then I'd put, like, Ubisoft, because I fucking was laughing at the South Park game. For Honor looks great. Like, Watch Dogs is, it's like Watch Dogs, but I can see that it looks, has some clever things they want to do. Ghost Recon looks alright. Then after that, I would probably put Bethesda, because I love what they did with Skyrim. It was simple, it was short, I loved what they did with Skyrim. Prey looks really interesting. Doom DLC, which it was story mode DLC, but I love that you can make your own, like, single player, like, maps. That is a fucking great idea. Dishonored 2, like, yeah, I'm getting that. Quake, questionable, I want to see gameplay. Then after that, I would give it to Microsoft. Like, regardless of what, I still think EA was the worst one out of there. Too much focusing on the sports, as they always have to. Fuck you for the Star Wars shit. Battlefield 1, it was, like, legit the only thing you had me super interested in. I know people are going to be interested in Mass Effect, Andromeda, and Titanfall 2. Like I said, I had a keen eye for Titanfall 2. I'm probably going to look at it out of the wayside, though. But that's it, pretty much, so the entirety of it. And I hope you enjoyed this video. this, you know, I just wanted to talk about like E3, and I thought, you know, instead of doing like all 3 separate videos talking about it, I thought, fuck it, I'm just gonna do this instead. Like, I'm just gonna give you like this big, just like video on it. But that's all for me. So if you love it as much as I do, then you know, hit that like, you know, hit that subscribe. But that's all for me. Thank you much for watching as always, and I'll see you, beautiful bastards.